Michael Jackson was not just a singer. He was not just a dancer. He was not just famous. Michael Jackson was a feeling that traveled across countries, cultures, and generations. When his music played, people stopped. When he danced, the world watched. And when he smiled, millions felt joy without knowing why. Michael Joseph Jackson was born on August 29, 1958, in a small working-class town called Gary, Indiana. The house was small, money was limited, life was not easy, but inside that simple home, something extraordinary was growing. A child who did not just hear music, he felt it. While other children played outside, Michael sang. His voice was soft, emotional, and strangely powerful, even when he was only 5 years old. At the age of 5, Michael joined his brothers to form a group called the Jackson 5. The moment he stepped onto a stage, people noticed. There was something different about him. His eyes spoke. His voice carried emotion far beyond his age, and when he moved, it felt natural. Like music lived inside his body. The Jackson 5 quickly became famous. Songs climbed the charts, crowds grew larger, applause became normal. But while the world celebrated, Michael quietly lost something very important: his childhood. Later in life, Michael would say, "I never really had a childhood." While other kids played games, Michael rehearsed. While others rested, he practiced. Fame gave him everything, except the chance to be a child. As Michael grew older, he knew one thing clearly. He did not want to be remembered as just a child star. He wanted to become something more, something timeless. So he stepped forward alone, a solo artist. The pressure was enormous, the expectations were heavy, and the risk was real. But Michael believed in his vision. Then came a moment that changed music forever. In 1982, Michael Jackson released an album called Thriller. The world was not ready. Thriller was not just an album, it was an experience. Songs like Billie Jean, Beat It, and Thriller did not just play on the radio, they lived in people's hearts. Thriller became the best-selling album in music history, not because of luck, but because Michael poured his soul into every sound, every lyric, every movement. Then something else happened. Michael Jackson changed how the world saw music videos. When Thriller premiered, it felt like a short movie. Story, emotion, dance, drama. Music was no longer just something you heard. It was something you watched, something you felt. And then there was the dance. The moment Michael performed the moonwalk, time stopped. People asked the same question everywhere. How is that even possible? That single move became history, not because it was complicated, but because it was magical. Michael did not dance to impress, he danced to express. With fame came awards, Grammys, records, global recognition. Michael Jackson became the most recognizable human being on earth. Anywhere he went, crowds followed. People cried, people fainted. But behind the spotlight, Michael was still the same sensitive soul, a man who wanted one simple thing: to make people happy. Michael loved children. He loved their honesty, their laughter, their innocence. Because in many ways, Michael himself was still a child. He built a world called Neverland, not to escape reality, but to hold on to joy. He donated millions to charity. He supported hospitals. He helped children in need across the world, not for attention, but because it mattered to him. Michael believed music could heal. That is why he created songs like Man in the Mirror and Heal the World. These were not just songs, they were messages. Messages asking humanity to be kinder, more loving, more responsible. But fame has a shadow. As Michael became more famous, his privacy disappeared. The media followed him everywhere. Stories were created, rumors spread. The pressure never stopped, and slowly the weight of the world became heavy. Still, Michael never stopped giving, never stopped creating, never believing in love. On June 25th, 2009, the world received shocking news. Michael Jackson was gone. The world froze. Radio stations stopped. Fans cried. Cities mourned. It felt impossible. How could someone so alive be gone? But here's the truth. Michael Jackson never really left, because legends don't disappear. They transform. Every time his music plays, he returns. Every time someone dances, he lives again. Every time a smile appears because of his song, his purpose is fulfilled. Michael Jackson taught the world something powerful, that joy is not small, that kindness is strength, and that art can unite humanity. He was not perfect, but he was real, and that is why he will never be forgotten. Michael Jackson was not just the king of pop, he was the sound of happiness, the movement of emotion, and the proof that one human being can touch the entire world.